Hi there! I have another storybook that I would like to share with you, and this one is called Kibby and Olive Move to Georgia. And if you're watching this and you don't know where I live in Georgia, so I think this is a really cool book. I've already read the first two Kibby books, and so if you want to check those out, look on my YouTube channel. And so this is Kibby, and you can see some illustrations on the front cover here of sunflowers and peaches everywhere. And so if you know anything about Georgia, we are the peach state, but I wonder why there are sunflowers there. So let's read this book by Andrea Cassell, illustrated by Melanie Coop. Beautiful, beautiful illustrations all throughout this book. Love these peaches. And the author has signed it for me. So awesome. Thank you so much. It's dedicated by Andrea. It says, "To my children and grandchildren, home is where your heart is. Bloom where you are planted." Love that. And then there's some information. There's a letter to you from the author and some fun tips about moving. But I'm going to get right to the story. My name is Kibby. I'm a miniature labradoodle, and I was born on St. Patrick's Day. And this is so cool to me. There's a little clover on his green collar. And Olive is my sister. She is a miniature golden doodle and was born on Valentine's Day. Olive and I enjoy our adventures together. We are from Kansas. We like playing hide and seek in the wheat fields. We like running with the wind on our faces. We like rolling in the snow. We like sniffing the sunflowers. Life is wonderful. We are happy dogs. Every day, Mom and Dad take us to the dog park, and we get to see our friends. It is so much fun. Play, play, play. We were born here. This is our home. People say it's the land of Oz. Has anybody ever seen Wizard of Oz? Well, guess what? Dorothy from Wizard of Oz lives in Kansas. Now, we don't know what that means, but we do know there's no place like home. Now, one morning, I saw Mom and Dad packing and boxing up all our belongings. What's happening? Will they put Olive and me in a box too? And then a big truck pulled up in front of our house. 5 tall men came in. They took our things and placed them onto the truck. They even took our dog bowls. It's not even dinner time yet. How would you feel if this happened to you? Have you ever moved before? I have. I've moved a lot. I can tell you it is definitely a hard thing to do, and it makes you very sad. I wonder how they feel. My mom could tell we were worried, so she told us we were moving to a new place to live. The new home was called Georgia. And here's a really cool picture of the United States, and it has a picture of Kansas right in the middle of the United States, and this is where they're moving to. This is where I live, in Georgia. You think the dogs can understand? Maybe. Now, why are we moving? Don't they like it here? We like playing hide and seek in the wheat fields. We like running with the wind on our faces. We like rolling in the snow. We like sniffing the sunflowers. Are there dogs in Georgia? Who will we play with? Will we make any friends? We are sad dogs. Very sad dogs. And this is what happens when you get told you're moving. You have so many questions. You don't know anything about the new place. There are so many unknowns. It makes you very anxious. Even dogs. Olive and I got in Mom and Dad's car. We weren't boxed up. Phew! We were on our way to Georgia. It was a very long drive. Olive and I had to take lots of potty breaks. We felt so far from home. We finally made it to Georgia. Everything seemed so different compared to Kansas. It was hot and steamy. The trees were tall and full of pine needles, and there was red dirt everywhere. Maybe this is what people mean when they say, "We're not in Kansas anymore." We arrived at our new house. It was empty. Dad and Mom and the moving men began moving our boxes inside. What a mess, and what a waste of playtime. This wasn't fun to me. Georgia seemed like an icky place. That night, I didn't get much sleep. I missed my old house in Kansas. I missed the wheat fields. I missed the wind and the snow. I missed the sunflowers. And most of all, I missed my friends. Why didn't we just stay in Kansas? The next morning, Mom and Dad took us to the dog park. Olive and I were excited to make new friends. When we arrived, we were surprised. The park was empty. Are there no dogs in Georgia? No sniffs. No sniffs. No sniffs. I bet they're feeling very lonely right now. On the way home, Mom and Dad said our new neighbors wanted us to come over for a play date. A beautiful poodle greeted us at the door. She said, "Hi, I'm Daisy." Bow wow, y'all. They do have dogs in Georgia, thank goodness. Mom said she was a perfect Southern belle, whatever that means. Seriously, this language down south is hard to understand. Over time, Daisy, Olive, and I became friends. Yippee! Daisy introduced us to some of her friends in the neighborhood. Many dogs came this time. We all played and sniffed each other. They weren't bad for Georgia dogs. Big and little dogs. Hi, I'm Kibby from Kansas, and this is my sister Olive. One dog asked us if we knew a dog named Toto from The Wizard of Oz. Again, whatever that means. It sounds like Kibby hasn't seen Wizard of Oz before. Another dog asked how we liked Georgia and if we'd tried Georgia's famous peaches. What are those? Uh-oh, Kibby doesn't know what peaches are. Look at these illustrations. We know that Kibby knows about sunflowers, but what about peaches? Mom said Georgia is called the Peach State. I know Kansas is the Sunflower State, and I love sunflowers. They are golden and bright and make me smile. Smile, smile, smile. One afternoon, Mom and Dad took us to a peach orchard at the top of the hill on an old farm. Olive and I got to explore the orchard. We played hide and seek among the trees, and a peach fell on the ground. It was sweet, juicy, and delicious. I could get used to this. See the dogs underneath the trees? It's a beautiful orchard. I am still not used to Georgia, but it seems like Dad is happy here. He plays golf every day. Sometimes I get to ride in the front seat of the golf cart. He likes to drive fast over cart paths. I love the breeze and the smell of the freshly cut grass. We go up and down and side to side. It's so bumpy. Behind our house is a pond. Most mornings, Olive and I roll around in the damp, red dirt around the pond. It keeps us cool during hot Georgia days. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And over the holidays, we went back to Kansas to visit family and friends. They remembered us and gave us good kisses and sniffs. I told them all about our adventures in Georgia. I told them we liked playing hide and seek in the peach orchards, and then we like riding on the golf cart with the wind on our faces, and we like rolling in the red dirt near our pond. Wow, Georgia is fun. At first, I felt sad leaving Kansas, but now I feel really happy in Georgia. I've had new adventures and made friends in both states. Moving taught me a lot about myself. I learned that you can find beauty and happiness anywhere. The world is full of places to explore, dogs to meet, and new things to experience. Change can be good. Olive and I are happy living in Georgia now. We know as long as we're with family, we are home. As Mom says, home is where your heart is. Home, sweet home. And then on the next page, the author has given us tons of real pictures of Kibby and Olive in both Kansas and Georgia. Isn't that awesome? And so there's a lot of changes going on in our nation now, and lots of schools are trying to decide, are we going to go back to school? Are we not going to go back to school? Is it going to be virtual learning? Is it going to be a little bit of both? And so I started thinking as I was reading this, even though this is talking about moving to a different state and how to deal with those feelings, and that a brand new place is not necessarily a bad thing, that change can be good. I started thinking about how that is like the change that we might have to go to a different type of school, and things are going to be different. And it makes us sad and it makes us scared because there's a lot of unknowns. But that doesn't mean that the new, different way is going to be bad. And so just something to think about as things in our life is, they're constantly changing. And so I just want to say a big thank you to Miss Cassell for this awesome book. And if you would like to buy it, you can purchase that now in July. Beautiful illustrations, and of course a wonderful story that teaches us a very good lesson. It also came with a really cool coloring sheet and a bookmark that's got the pictures of all 3 books, and on the back it's got something. So I hope y'all are having a great summer.